Folks, going back to the road to 105. We find ourselves in Bologna, Italy. For a weekend away. We just wanted a nice weekend away and it was cheap. I like Italy. And this is where we are. Italy is looking, well, Bologna, Italy is looking a little bit worse for wear. I know it's not a tourist destination, but it is, yeah, let's have a little look around. Jesus. It's a nice house over there. That red brick house is nice. And then over here, some nice architecture behind those trees. But in general, Italy's looking a little rough for wear. Yeah, anyway, back to the video. Back to training more like.
And we begin the training part of the episode. So, obviously, these are the sessions from last week. We've been in Bologna since then. We did a bunch of walking in Bologna. But yeah, so we've got 3 rounds from last week's training. Since then, John's actually hurt himself, so his ankle is no kaput. So I don't know if we're going to be training with John much over the next couple of weeks, because obviously he needs to make a full recovery and then he'll be back to it. But these are starting with combo rounds. This first combo round is obviously jab, cross, hook, body kick. Yeah, that's right. So jab, cross, hook, body kick. We do 10 of them and then we'll swap the combo. We were obviously I think this is round 7 of the evening. I was really feeling myself at this point. Well, it doesn't look like I am. It looks like I'm exhausted. I probably am exhausted, but I was really feeling myself this training session. It was going really well. Sharp, everything felt good. And then just moving on to this second combo here. So this is double jab, cross hook. Double jab, cross hook, yeah. These double jabs are brutal on that front arm. So obviously for me as a southpaw, my front arm is my left arm and it's killer. So everything else is normally fine because it's like 1-1 either side, and that's not too bad because it's like the same sort of exertion. But as soon as I feel like they put that double jab on the front, it just, my front arm, my left arm is just in bits, and that goes on into the next round, and then we're coming on to the final combo of this round here. So this is body kick teep. You can see me taking my gloves off and throwing them back. I'm like, no, we're not leaving the gloves on for this. We'll just have the wraps on. We're not using them, so get them off. Get those 16 ounces off. And we said in a couple of videos ago I might upgrade to 20 ounces just to make it harder. I also thought about doing putting leg weights on. My legs are heavy enough, but like maybe when we lose some more weight, get down to that 110, 105, put the leg weights on so we keep having that issue of heavy legs, you know, almost like in is it Naruto, where the guy like takes the weights off and drops them, and everyone's shocked how heavy they are. I think that'd be really cool. But it also made the training really hard, so it's balancing that up. You can see here that front teep, I do push John really far. I really like it. My front teep's really good. We didn't really speak much about it around, but we will do more teeps, and they are one of my favourites. So now we're coming into the round 8. This is a boxing round, so gloves off, just wraps. You can see how much faster I move without the gloves, which is really nice. But obviously we do want to train with that weight on our arms because it just makes for better training, basically. Yeah, I really like this here, this up cross. It just works my body dynamics really well, my biometrics. Up, cross, hook, even with the hook on the end. It doesn't feel as snappy, but it's still, you can see from there, I feel like it's very good. It's one of the better things. And I said in previous video, the boxing rounds are really what I lean to. I'm not looking so agile on my feet here because this is round 8. We're probably 45-50 minutes into training now, and I'm kind of really feeling the burn. This here, this is jab, back out and come back in, or I think later on this round we change. Yeah, there you go. Change it to jab, block, and then come back in for the cross. I don't always think I'm fast enough to get out and get in, so that's why I've changed it to the block. So jab, block, and then come over with the cross. It feels really good for myself. And I really like it. I love these rounds. These are my favourite rounds. You know, genuinely. You can see kind of the smile on my face. I'm having a good time. And yeah, just the best cardio. And there we go. Back to kind of body shots again. We spoke in the last video here. Elbows. My not preferred method of fighting. I just always feel like you're too up close and personal. Like, advantage for me, range. Like, why wouldn't I stay at range? Why would I want to elbow people? But saying that though, if I hit someone with my elbow, it would probably hurt quite a lot. But yeah. Just wrapping this round up now. Well, I say wrapping this round up, we've still probably got another 30 seconds in it, something like that. Yeah, very enjoyable round. Yeah, now we've got a bit of flair back again. Body, hook, and then cross at the end. Really liking this. I can remember this well. It felt really good. Everything was feeling good. Everything was moving well, and it just felt like a really strong round. This is probably one of the best rounds, not that I've ever done. Do you know what? One of the best rounds I've ever done. Saying that now, it's looking a wee bit sloppy, but hey, it is what it is, right? Now wrapping up this round, coming to the final round. I think I'm exhausted at the end of this one. Like I am at the end of most of them. There you go. See, I've absolutely hung my head in shame at how tired I am. This is the final round of the night. This will just be a full mixture round, similar to the boxing round, but obviously we're back on the Thai pads, so we can come into the kick. There you go. Boom. Yeah, really like these. Obviously, being the final round, this is one that will always be longer. They're never really shorter. They're just kind of to the end, or to the darkness, we say, to the bitter end. So we normally put a longer song on, 4 minutes, kind of 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, all the way. And you'll see towards the end I'm absolutely exhausted because we've now had a full hour. After like the longer break we took over December, we came back to 45-minute sessions. This was the first session back at a full hour. And you think, oh, what's the difference between 45 minutes and an hour? It really feels like a big difference. I know that sounds stupid, but you know, once you've been exerting yourself for 45 minutes, go into that hour, even just, I think it's really for that first one back, it really hits different. It's pretty brutal, pretty rough. You can see me flagging here. I'm just, especially after the last round with the gloves off, putting those 16 ounces back on and doing the round, it's just so much harder. Yeah, everything in this round is just looking sloppier compared to the other ones. But at the same time, Joe, it's almost endurance training. It's supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to be technically perfect towards the end. We are going for cardio. It's not exactly technique here. We do a lot of the technique stuff right at the start of the rounds, which was obviously in last week's video. It's frustrating because obviously with John kind of taking, not a back seat, because he will not be taking a back seat. He'll just be taking some time off. We're going to have to find someone else to hold pads, or we're going to have to like pivot, might have some more circuit stuff, might have some more walking. I'm not really 100% sure what we're going to be looking at. But here we are, we're doing some like higher kicks, some leg kicks. I'm not that flexible. We spoke about this again. That flexibility should come, but it's just not that great. I say that though, the legs coming up to like 5'7", so it's not the worst thing in the world. The heights, I think it's the speed that's the problem, not the height. I can get it up high enough, but the speed of getting it up is just not good enough. And then again, going back to that foot placement and like the speed on the feet just isn't there for me right now. Here we are, back to boxing. This is the bit I love. And you can see it, I pick up my pace, pick up the tempo, which is a bad thing. I shouldn't be doing that. I should stay at the same tempo for the whole of it. But the kicks are just so much harder for me. The boxing, just, I like it a lot. Maybe I shouldn't train Thai. Maybe I should train boxing. No, we stick to the Thai. Let's stick to the Thai. Finish up the round. John's just put some punches on me and things. But this kind of concludes this week's training. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Folks, welcome back. You probably just watched me do 3 rounds of last week's training. The final 3 rounds of that Monday night session. Good session. We're just finished up in Bologna now. Finishing up our 10k walk today, or 11k. Nice walk, good. Bologna's it's a nice, real historical city. But yeah, anyway, a bit of reflection from today and one of the reasons why Road to 5k exists. So in Bologna, they have like these community centres we visited today. There should be some footage up now. And all the old people come together. They have the ability to functionally walk out their own house and come together and play cards. And that's lovely. They've got a bit of community, and that comes back to the old functional fitness of, that's why we're doing this, right? So yeah, just final closing thoughts. Bologna is nice. Been a nice weekend away. We've walked roughly 32k throughout the whole weekend, so hopefully we'll be 30 what? 33, roughly 33 in the whole weekend. So good amount. Hopefully we'll come back in a calorie deficit.
So just to wrap up after this week, a wee bit of an apology, really. There wasn't much footage of Bologna. Obviously, getting used to kind of this whole YouTube thing, I'm not used to just pulling a camera out every 2 seconds and filming everything. So there really hasn't been much footage from the Bologna trip. But it wasn't really for a vlog, if to say. It was for me just to get away, have some time with a good friend, and just do, see a bit of the world, I guess. So yeah, not much footage of that, but we did walk in total. I think it was 34k in total over the 3 days. So a good amount of walking, definitely came home in a calorie deficit. So making progress towards that road to 105, making progress on the road to 105 to that end goal. And yeah, just to wrap up, obviously, mantra for the week has changed this week. This week, it's less of a mantra and more just of like gratefulness. I think that far too many people are ungrateful for what they actually have. And really, someone didn't wake up this morning and they do anything to be you, anything to have a second chance. So I think we just need to be grateful for the little things, enjoy the little things, enjoy the coffee, enjoy just the fresh air, getting out. Yeah, so that's everything for this week. See you next week. Thanks.